So for Model Monday this week, we're gonna do a pretty cool truck. It's a 78 Dodge D100 pickup truck. Now this is pretty cool because this kit also comes with a mini bike, which those of us who are my age in the 70s, we had mini bikes, and also comes with a jack and a toolbox, and it also has some optional flashers, floodlights, and stuff. So we're gonna make this a work truck. Welcome to Junkyards and Barn Finds, and this is Model Monday. Let me pop this on here a little bit. So here's the mini bike. I think what I'd like to do is probably, I know on the box it's red. I think we're gonna paint it yellow. Either yellow or green. If it's a Yamaha, it would be, I think Yamaha was green. I wanna say Suzuki, because Yamaha was white. Anyway, I'm gonna look at, but I think I wanna paint it yellow. I think yellow is pretty cool, or lime green, we're not sure on that. Jack's gonna be red. Now, this is gonna be a work truck. So there's not gonna, even though there's a chrome here, and this comes with, here's the chrome that it comes with, and it has chrome slotted wheels on here. They'd be aluminum wheels. They're really cool, but I don't wanna use them on this. I wanna make it kind of like a work truck. We've got all these really, really cool blue sprocket motorcycle repair, or Butanowski's fixed bike, or green toes lawn care. But I think what we're going to do is go with the either blue sprocket or Butanowski's, and we're going to just kind of do, I think we're going to do what's like on the box. I think we're going to do a blue truck, plain blue truck with a lighter blue interior. I think we have a sea green interior, or a sea blue interior. So we're gonna have a lighter blue interior, teal interior, just that plain old bench with the blue truck. And I think we might put a bed liner in there, or we might make it rusty. I don't ever weather stuff, but I might weather this one. I was actually thinking of doing it like with a different color door or something, you know, because it's just a work truck. But we'll keep it classy. So I think we're gonna do the blue with the motorcycle there. The mini bike will be yellow. I think I want to go yellow with the mini bike, and so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and start building. It's got the V8 engine. We're just gonna start putting all the major components together, and I will come back before we paint with the major components, and then you'll see the paint. All right, here we go. We're doing the bumper and the fan because we're going to paint the bumpers. It's a work truck, it's not going to have chrome bumpers. Mini bike. big thing you got to watch is on number step 5. So we put the engine together here. Step 5, you got to put the cross member in under the engine. All right. So that's what it looks like. You have to put it so it kind of goes forward. So the hole is forward of where the axle is, not behind. If you don't do it that way, your metal axle will not slide through and the whole rest of the model will be completely misaligned. So that is where it needs to go. It needs to look like that. Just letting you know, that's one major thing so far. They don't tell you at all how to place it. And if it's not, if the hole is not forward of this, then there's 2 little nubs that this sticks into. And see how it sits forward? If it's not forward, then you will not be able to put your front axle in. All right, so we're doing a cobalt blue metallic, which will be the outside. That'll be the body color here. So let's see how it does first on the wheels. Let's actually spray down there. So this has a metallic in it. Sorry about the dogs.
Yellow. What is this? Golden Sunset for the Minibike. Bumpers. Glass blue for the interior.
panel line accent color right here on some of the chrome pieces. You'll get to see that, as well as on the radiator. And I'm also going to use my silver Sharpie to do all the metal work and door handles like you see there. We'll do that on here and also on the dashboard. So you'll be able to see that to some pleasant music. Paint for painting tires like that. We're going to paint that tire, the spare tire. Other rubber things on models is this apple barrel pavement color. It's number 21490E pavement. It looks just like real tires and real rubber, and it costs about 55 cents, and I've had this for probably 3 years. So you'll see me painting all the tires and stuff with this. I decided we're going to have a two-tone, so we're going to do silver along the body line that is actually molded into this truck, and we're going to do the roof as well. I think we're going to do the dark blue metallic and a silver metallic aluminum. So we've already done the truck bed right along the body line, and now we'll do this. And then so we're going to use the aluminum color, and this should be good. Okay, there's that. There we go, and then we'll paint the bottom here in a second. When you put the black in over this side, see how it makes that side look, and this side do the same thing. We're just putting this in. There we go. So it makes the grill a lot more realistic. There we go. Alright, there's a realistic grill now, right? Cool.
Next day, touching down in San Francisco just before noon local time. For this reason, there were not 2 pilots on board, but 4. In command of the flight was 49-year-old Captain Lee John Nin. He was an experienced pilot with over 12,000 hours.
We're back. It's been a little while, so let's check out the. So here's our two-tone paint job. I decided to go with the silver with the blue on top. So it's just an aluminum, and really easy. You saw the tape job on that. The hood's on there. The hood works great in this model. It doesn't really close great, but it does work great. Here's the bed. So we just did a little silver trim on here. It would be like a basic truck, but you know, maybe because the guys that are using it for work, you know, they probably did a two-tone paint job because they work on motorcycles, as you'll see by the decals. Also, I glued the front grille in, as you can see, and we used the amber testers amber. I guess it's like a weird clear amber. Anyway, it's for lights. Forget what the name of that is, but you can see how it lets the chrome show through, even though we have amber. So we did that, and then I took the silver Sharpie, colored in the headlights, and then I took my clear Mod Podge, which if you guys watch the channel, we use this for glass and everything else, and I put the Mod Podge over the headlights after I colored them in, so it looks like glass. So now you could see that the chrome, the headlights, which would have been just chrome, now kind of stand out as headlights. Alright, so we did that. I also used my chrome pen to do the door handles and locks. I'll use my chrome pen to do right up here, the trim pieces here, and the windshield wipers before we end up putting the interior in. I used a chrome pen to start coloring in the dashboard, which is painted body color, because a lot of these are padded, but even though the interior is a light blue with the seat belts being black, I just wanted the dashboard to be body color, because a lot of times they're painted the same as the body color. They just aren't. Okay, so then here is the steering wheel. Use the Sharpie pen to color the inside silver. And then we took orange craft paint right there and silver craft paint right here, the silver metallic. Painted the engine orange before we finish it up with some of the other pieces, and we painted the transmission, the aluminum silver there, and the gas tank silver. So now we'll get back on track and finish those pieces up. Also painted using the silver craft paint, we did the inside of the tires and wheels for the mini bike silver, just like they are on the box. And then we will use for tires, we're going to use the craft paint pavement. Best thing about craft paint is you can clean it up with water on your brushes, but even if you use the tester's paints on your brushes, and I've had most of my brushes for years, because instead of using thinner to clean these with, you could just use Dawn dishwasher or Dawn dish detergent. You put a dot of Dawn on here, squish it around, and then rinse it off with water, and it will actually take off oil-based paints. It works great. All right, last thing is the tires and wheels. So we glued the tires and wheels together, and we haven't put the little silver moon caps on yet. They came in a whole separate thing. I'm gonna leave these kind of shiny. Although you know what, maybe I should, because if you look on the box, they're kind of just tin. They're not really chrome. They're just tin. So I'll probably spray these actually with a clear matte, which will tone them down. Kind of see the difference between toned down and this. See, you can tell these look more aluminum now, or metal, than the chrome. The chrome's way too chromy. And then we're gonna be able to put we put the metal ones in. I had to use a tap hammer and just tap it in a little bit. And then we could put these through here, although I probably will detail a little front suspension, maybe a little black or something a little bit yet after I put everything in. I also have the exhaust here that has to go in yet up. So we'll put the exhaust in. And then I showed you I painted the bumpers. They were chrome, but I painted them white because this was not a high dollar work truck. You know, this isn't a high dollar Dodge. This wasn't any kind of, big whatever that model. This is just your basic, hey, we own a motorcycle shop. We need a work truck. So, they got the bench seat and everything. It's not a power wagon or anything like that. It's just a Dodge two-wheel drive work truck for their motorcycle shop. So they're not going to really have anything special. They're not going to go out for the chrome bumpers. So we're going to put all the rest together into segments. Once I get it all together, we're also going to paint the spare tire using the pavement color. And so we'll put this all together next time. Oh, we did paint orange, the toolbox and the jack. Haven't detailed them yet though. There's the jack, there's the toolbox. So as I said, we used the panel accent color on the grill. We're going to use that again on the radiator, wherever the radiator is. There it is. It's over here. And then we're going to put this together, and we'll be back when it's a lot more together and you can kind of see it. It'll take shape, but at least everything I did test fit the interior into here, and then this into there, and the truck bed. So it seems like everything's fitting good, looking good. I'll probably use some of the pavement paint on the back to do a bed liner as well. We'll see. Probably do that. Probably put a bed liner in there. All right, we'll be back next time you see it. A lot of stuff will be put together, and then we'll do decals after all that. So appreciate it, and I'll get to it. So we took the silver Sharpie and we went ahead and went up the trim, the body trim around the tires, or around the wheel wells rather, and we trimmed around the windshield and the windshield wipers and stuff. And now we also are putting together the mini bike after we detailed it with some of the craft paints. We also put the we also then put the axles and tires in here. So here's the cab. There's the front of the cab. They say, I don't know if you can see that. So it looks pretty good. We got the glass in. You can see a little bit of white's left from the paint. We painted on the marker lights. We did the two-tone on here. Next, we got our mini bike, which is all together now. And did all this was painted with the yellow spray paint, and then we used the craft paints for the seat, for the orange, for the wheels, for all that stuff. So there's our little mini bike. And then we used some of our black wash, our panel accent, on the motorcycle, on the grill. We painted the wheels and did some panel accent to make that look better. We put some panel accent as well on the orange toolbox, so we could see the latches and everything a lot more clear. We then put the brake, doesn't have power brakes, so there's your brakes on the firewall. Here's your interior. So we have light blue seat belts on the spray painted matte seats, although they look a little glossy. Then if you look down there, we put the shifter in. I used the black craft paint to paint the two mats that are in there. We also used the black wash on the, well, we used the silver pen to make the dashboard silver. Then we used the black pen on some of the big gauges. We then used the wash to highlight everything else, and then used our thin Sharpies to do detail work. And the dashboard is painted the same as the truck, because a lot of times when you have pickup trucks, especially back in the 70s, your dashboard was painted the same color as the truck. So, and then we also used a lighter blue for the carpets and the wall, or the door panels. This was spray painted dark blue for the center cap, and then we used the craft pavement color for the tires, and the crossbar we just used the Sharpie. Again, we used the Sharpie to just do the silver up and around the wheel well. The rest is painted, and then we put the rear taillights on. So these taillights, the chrome piece has a really thin, really thin piece that goes on the inside towards the gate, and that one broke, very skinny. Then this is the tailgate, and we have our silver paint at the bottom. And the nice thing is, on the decal sheet, there's also a silver Dodge right there, so we're going to be able to put the Dodge logo in silver on the back. Now we've spray painted a matte clear, semi-gloss clear rather, over these. These are the hubcaps for the tires and wheels. We still have not put on the exhaust system yet, or the drive shaft. The engine is done, and we have this holding, and actually it should be done now, so we'll put these fingers over there. And so we have the radiator in, the fan belts, alternator, all that is there. The wheels are in, and underneath we painted the gas tank silver with craft paint, and we painted the bottom of the truck black where the bed is, and left it primer pretty much everywhere else, which is fine. And this actually rolls, because it has two, I mean, it rolls really good. I don't like it rolling, because I mean, hopefully mine will just stay, but hey, you know what, they roll. So we have all these pieces ready to go. We will put the rest of the truck, we'll put it all together, and then once it's together, we'll come back. I'll show you the completed build, and then we'll go ahead and pick and choose our decals and decal sheets. And I have some cool ideas that I want to show. So anyway, that's where we're at, and we should be back with a completed truck without the decals. All right, guys, we are down to the nitty-gritty here, and I'm going to let the mirrors they're just going to be on there overnight. I did not glue in any of these pieces in the bed. I also did not glue the tailgate shut. It just sits that way. I rarely, if you watch channel, I rarely ever have a hood that opens. I usually just take them off or put them on. But this one the hinges were super easy. This is an MPC kit, and they're just super easy. So, and then we have the bumper. So painted the bumpers white like I told you guys before. There's inside. We're gonna look at this a little closer here once I get the decals on. This is the decal sheet right here, and so I'll figure out what decals to put on, and we will put the decals on in the morning, and then I'll show you the finished product. So this is once again the 78 Dodge D100 pickup truck from MPC 1978, and we just made it a two-tone work truck. All right, when we get back, you'll see the finished product. Building this, I have the Sharpies up there so this thing don't roll off. So we have, I'm thinking that's either a 360 or 318 in there. And got our brake booster, got a really nice looking front end. So got our mirrors on. There's several sets of mirrors. They're the ones I chose. And we went with the plain hubcaps. And there's our interior. You can see the floor mats on the floor. A little shift boot around the shifter. We went with the two-tone by taping it off. That's all we did. In the back, we've got our jack. We've got the mini bike. We've got the chest of, the work box. And then also we put a battery back there because I didn't put the battery in here. So I put the battery back here. So we have the tailgate that is not glued in, so I'm not going to move it. And then I painted the bumpers white. So we have white bumpers. And then on this side, and I did notice, that this is sitting a little lower than the cab. Honestly, in a lot of real trucks, same thing. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm not really too heartbroken over it. It makes it a little bit more realistic. And then if we look inside, in there, let's move this here. You can see dashboard, steering wheel. The seats are a little different color than obviously the rug and the door panels. So it's a very plain Jane. This was probably ordered as a, just a basic truck. They may even have put the silver paint on themselves. And of course, the hood does go closed. Does close there. They close a little better. I just have to play with it here for a second. Let's. Put it up or push it back a little bit here. This is why I don't usually do hoods. There we go. So now it's flat. All right. So there we go. So this is the built truck. I have not yet put on the decals. I'm going to put those on now, and then when we come back, you'll see the completed truck with decals and everything else. The final completed truck with all the decals on it. We went with the blue sprocket motorcycle, I guess, repair, And these were the only decals that actually you could see on here. We put the address on here, and instead of putting these on the door, kind of like them back here on the bed, get it back on the road, we put blue sprocket on the back window. I don't know if you can see the one on the back window. So you can see one on the back window, and we have the one on the tailgate. So we got that, and then of course we put the Dodge decal on, put an American flag on the bumper, and the decal for the driver's license. We also put a motorcycle decal on the toolbox. We have the battery and the driver's side. And then we just put a motorcycle decal here on the front, on the front bumper. Really easy model kit. The reason I have this part on this rubber mat is because all the wheels turn. Yeah, all the axles. Very cool model kit. The hood lifts up and down. I showed you that before. Did not glue this in the bed. Excuse me. Did not glue any of this stuff in the bed. Just letting it sit there. We have battery, the mini bike, the jack, and the tool kit. So MPC kit's pretty easy to make. Pretty easy peasy. So we'll take these out for a second. Let's take that out. Take this out. The tailgate does go up and down. I'm not going to move it right now. Actually, I probably could. There you go. So it goes up and down full. The hood opens up. And then underneath here, we have a pretty standard little, you know, just nondescript. Kind of looks like a real truck. Everything's gray, black, dirty, nothing special, no chrome. This is a work truck. So that's all it is. The only couple pieces, the drive shaft was a little too long. I had to trim that. This piece of trim on the back light cracked on there. As I showed in the build, underneath the cross member for the front, where the front axle goes through, make sure you put it the correct way. Other than that, everything else worked pretty good. I think it's a really nice truck. It's a real easy build. I love the mini bike. Came out really cool. Like I said, we painted, the mini bike is painted with craft paints, so kind of looks like a used up mini bike. If you were alive like I did and grew up in the 80s, you probably had one. And then here's your jack with the jacks. You know, it's kind of funny because the handles always stick up like that. And then here's a toolbox. So I think it was a really nice kit. Came out really excellent. The two-tone on here, painted silver all the way across, and then used the silver Sharpie to add the where it goes above the wheels. The body line in this is very distinct, and so easy to do. I just wanted to do like a two-tone on it, just because I was going to just do the blue, the plain, and it really was just too plain to do. So, but everything in here was used, came with the kit. There's no additions to the kit other than paint, sandpaper, glue. That's it. There's no extra parts that were put on, no extra decals or anything. So I'm really happy with it. I used the spray flat paint, the light blue for the seats, and then used craft paint for the seat belts and the rugs and the mats down there. And I think it just came out really nice. I really enjoy it. Good kit. Nice first kit. Not a lot of parts. Basically spent about 3 to 4 hours total on the build. That doesn't count for drying time for glue and drying time for the paint. But yeah, I mean, if you have a weekend, I started this Saturday morning or Friday late night, worked on it for about an hour, put it together, and then put it like this. It has some good spare parts. It has a really nice set of aluminum slotted wheels, which I like, and I will be using those on my 70 Chevelle, because I'm going to build my 70 Chevelle model the same as my real 70 Chevelle, and I had aluminum slots on that, so that's why I didn't put them on here, because I want to keep the aluminum slots. But anyway, thanks guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Haven't subscribed, you know, here's the thing, guys. A lot of people have watched over 5 million views. About 80% of you guys do not subscribe. So it doesn't cost any to subscribe. It's like liking somebody on Facebook. So subscriptions are really cool. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We've got about 22,000 subscribers, close to 23. But if you like my channel, subscribe. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And wait till you see the challenge that we have coming up. The summer challenge is going to start in July. You'll see that soon. All right, guys. If you like the models, you'll love the real cars. You'll love the racetracks. You'll love the junkyards. You'll love the car shows. So thank you much. And this has been Model Monday, and we will see you next week.
Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.